Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now my name is Liz and I post 4 beauty related videos a week, and in this video we have a huge haul. Now I don't know if you know, Superdrug on the last Saturday of May had this huge buy one get one half price on all their beauty related products, and let's just say I bought a lot, well, quite a lot. And then for a portion of the video I'm actually going to show you some stuff that I bought throughout May that is from Superdrug that wasn't in this buy one get one half off. But let's just start off with that stuff first, and then at the end I'll add in a little clip of like some little bits that I've been using in the month of May from Superdrug that I bought, and some of the stuff if you want me to do a testing video on, just let me know. But yeah, let's just dive straight into this because this is probably going to be a long video. So first two things are these Barium Palettes. Now the first one is in the Buff. It's a very nude palette. I'm going to do some swatches. So this one is like a nice pale shimmery colour. Then let's do some mattes. There's literally just 2 shimmers in here, which is good. It's a few swatches. They're not that pigmented, but for a beginner I'm sure you'd love this palette. And then this palette I'm really excited for. This is the Meteor Storm palette, and this is all shimmery colours, but you get this lovely yellowy shade in here. Like, look at that. And then gold shade. Like, these are definitely more pigmented than the nude palette, but the nude palette for me is more like your beginning palette, whereas this you can just use with like a whole matte shade palette and then just add this as a bit of your shimmer. But that was pigmented. So this palette was $9.99 and this is $6.99. I have a feeling it's because the pigmentation in this palette is just a little bit better than this one, so that's probably why there is a price difference. But I can't wait to play with these two. So these little lip creams from Revlon really remind me of the Clinique ones, and I've never used the Clinique ones because I just feel like they're a bit too expensive for what I would buy. And these are the Revlon Plumping lip creams, and they were $6.99, which means I actually got one of them for free. So I have the shade Peony Buff, which is $5.30. That's Peony Buff. And we have 525 Barely Blush. And again, I bought these two so I could kind of put that on the outside and that on the middle, and do like a nice little ombre lip. But I can't wait. They smell really minty, so they're probably going to plump up and they're starting to tingle a little bit. So I can't wait to use these. I'll probably use these in a full face of first impressions. So I want to do a bit more testing foundation and concealer, like more base products. And I bought the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I bought the shade Vanilla, and in the concealer I bought Vanilla. Oh, that's weird. But you can definitely tell that is lighter than the foundation. So let's test that out. I think that's going to be too light for me. And that's the concealer. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit too light for me, but I could just bronze up. Just my luck, I either buy too light or too dark foundation. But yeah, we'll try this. I think this was £15. It's the same price as the XX Revolution foundation, £8, which isn't, it's decent, but again it's the same kind of prices as the XX Revolution, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I'll test that out, but it's definitely not the shade for me. Then I bought the NYX Ultimate Edit in Ash. Now I already have the warm edit version of this and I absolutely love it, so I thought let me try another one out. And it's more of like your smokier palette, and it's so small, and you got like 3 shimmers, 3 mattes, and you know I like to do a nice smoky look, so I can't wait to play with this. And this I think was £10. Let me double check. It was £7, which is quite decent because I think the bigger ones are like £15. So yeah, if you like them palettes but you feel like they're a bit too expensive, try these little palettes. They're really nice and they're really nicely pigmented as well. Let me open up and swatch a couple of these for you. That blue looks incredible. That was really pigmented. Then you would have seen in my e.l.f. video that I bought a shade of this Flawless Satin foundation, a bit too dark and yellowy for me. So I went down a shade in Buff, and this, when I tested it, it's a really thick formula, but this is is my shade. Like, that just melts into my skin tone, so I can't wait to actually try this but in my actual shade and see if I really like it, because they're quite affordable. I think they are £7.50, so it's really affordable. So yeah, I can't wait to see if I like it, and if I don't, then I'll just give the foundations to someone else. Then I bought 5 more of the NYX Shout Loud lipsticks, and sadly I bought a lipstick that I already own, which is in Cali. I'm not going to open it, even though it was kind of open from the shop, but it's not been used or anything, but I'm going to keep that and give that away to someone. But sadly it was in the wrong one. I went to pick up another colour and that's the one I ended up picking up. So yeah, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to put that away. I do have 4 new shades, and I tried to go for more of the brighter ones, like the pinks, the reds, instead of just the nude colours. These are £8, so I basically spent £16 on 4 NYX lipsticks, which I am not sad about. So I got the shade Everyone Lies, which is like this deep brown colour. It's like a raspberry brownish colour. Then I bought Wife Goals, which, if I can open it, looks like a red, like an orangey looking red. It's a true red. I've been looking out for a shade like this, and I think I found my true red colour, so I can't wait to use that. This one's called 21st, and this is more of a pink shade. There it is. This reminds me of, is it White Wedding by Revolution, and this one is Cherry Charm, which is more of a bright pink. It's like a raspberry colour. I can't wait to start using them. Those lipsticks are really good for £8, but I always get them when they're on offer, because I feel like a lipstick for £8 is just a little bit too steep for me. Then I didn't realise Revolution did these reloaded bronzers, and this is in the shade Holiday Romance, and it's like a baked bronzer, and I feel like this would be really, so it's literally the colour of my skin tone, but it would be really good when I'm pale, so I can't wait to try that out when I'm a bit more pale. So this will probably just go in the back until like winter, and then I'll bring this out to try. But these were like £3 or £4. That's weird, it's not on my receipt, so I don't know if they forgot to scan it or something, but these are really dirt cheap, so I suggest going and getting these. These look really nice, they're really soft, and they've got so many different colours. So yeah, this is a lovely bronzer. Then these were £2, and not only were they £2, they were then buy one get one free. So I did these separately, of course, and I've got the shade Harry, which is this bright orange. And the reason they're like cheap is because I think Superdrugs are discontinuing Lottie London, even though they're still going to be out there, just not at Superdrugs. But that's it right there. It's like a peachy orange shade. Then we have the shade Nick, and this is like more of a shimmery colour, so it's like a shimmery pink colour. There's a bit of glitter in there, but it's not too glittery. That is a lovely pink. Like, it looks bright, but you can tone that down. Then lastly we have the shade Drake. Now this one is like peachy shade. It's more of a peachy shade, and there it is. I think this one's going to be one of my favourite ones. Still can't believe they were only £2. Then the whole reason I went was to get some of these bigger palettes. So this is £20. This is Patricia Barrett's Rich in Life palette, and I bought this palette because of Amber Howell. She uses, I think it's this one, and or even the other one, and it's just so good. It's so pigmented, and it made me really want to buy it. It's just like the box. They're like the Forever Flawless palettes with how they open and the packaging, like a bigger version. I don't like the packaging, but I do like the colours. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this palette here, especially these ones down here. They look amazing. Look at that shade there. That shade is incredible. I can't wait to play with it. It's so soft. Like, it feels different to all the Revolution eyeshadows. So different, but it must do because it's £20, so I've got to do a video with this. Then I obviously had to get the Rich in Colour palette, and I'm probably not going to use this palette as much, but it is a lovely palette. Look at that. It's so much more bright and colourful, and you always need a palette like, oh, look at that glitter. Palette like this. They're just so pigmented. Wow, look at that. I can't wait to start playing with that palette, like all these palettes. Now I'm back at work. It's going to be harder, but I'm going to get through it. Then I got this Maxi Reloaded palette, and this is in Big Love by Revolution. These are $14.99. I already have the large up palette and I just had to get this palette. This palette is literally me. All the berry tones. It's something I would wear all the time and I can't wait to start playing with this. This is absolutely gorgeous. I do love these palettes, and when they came out I thought I'd slowly collect them and not get all of them at the same time, but I can't wait to use this. So we're nearly at the most exciting palette of the video, but I'm gonna go with the second most exciting palette for me is this Be Perfect, I want to say Jar Clientele palette, and I saw this and I've been wanting this for the longest time. This is $34.99, I believe, $34.99. It's buy one get one half off, which means I had to get another Be Perfect palette. I got the Stacy Marie Carnival palette, and I have been umming and ahhing over this palette for the longest time. But when you see this palette in person, you know you've got to pick it up. This is one of those palettes that if you really only needed one eyeshadow palette in your life, this is probably the eyeshadow palette you should buy. It is so good. It's £42 or £44, and yeah, it's really heavy. You can tell that this is a more expensive palette just by the weight of it, the shape of it. It screams more expensive. So if you are looking for just that one palette, I would suggest getting this. And I will be doing some makeup looks with this. I can't wait to dive into it, especially the highlights. Like, I haven't even touched any of this. This is the first time I've touched one of... Is that a me highlight or is that a me highlight? Literally, they're so soft. I would put it on if I wasn't testing all this makeup out already. Okay, so this portion of the video I'm going to show you all the rest of the makeup that I've bought for the month of May, not including Revolution, because Revolution, like the big bulk of it, I've completely filmed another video. Otherwise this video would have been way too long, like literally 40 minutes. Then I bought my tan shade of L'Oreal True Match because I haven't actually got that. I gave it to my mum to use and she lost it or something. So my tan shade is 3W, which is golden beige, and yeah, this is my top foundation ever. If you've watched my top foundations, you'll see this is in there, and now I can't wait to start using this in some videos while I'm tan, and that's only $9.99. Then you'll also see that I needed my tan shade in this. This is the MUA Pro Base, which is 146. This is exactly my This is my colour, so I can't wait to start wearing this throughout summer as well. So I love this foundation. It's matte, but I use a hydrating base with that, and if you use a hydrating base with this, you'll get along with it. And it's only like £5, so it's a really decently priced foundation. Then you'll see that Layla Loves came out with a collaboration on these Lottie London little mini palettes, and these were $6.95 each. These palettes are usually $5.95, but the collaboration palette was $6.95, and as you can see, I have used these and I have done a testing video that is up on my channel already, but this is the shade Ibiza. This is the shade Miami, and I think they were going to be limited edition, but because of the demand, Lottie London has brought them back. So if you want them, go and get them. They're so affordable and so good. So I think you guys all know how much I love my NYX Honey Dew Me Up, so I had to get a cheaper affordable version. This is the MUA Pro Base Primer Oil with Gold Flakes. Now you can tell it's a bit cheaper just by the packaging. Really runny compared to the Honey Dew Me Up. It's a lovely oil consistency. If you don't like oil consistencies, these ain't the primers for you, but I do like that. I use baby oil on my skin, so that's how I keep it so soft. But yeah, I can't wait to test this out. I am going to do a testing video with this and the Pro Base foundation, and see, it is so much more oilier than the Honey Dew Me Up, like, but I can't wait to test it out because I feel like it was like £5 or £6. It was really affordable. Then I also bought this Lottie London winged liner. It's called Wing Woman. It is a felt tip applicator. It's what I always use. I'm not the best at wing liner, but when it comes to felt tip applicators, it just works out so much better. I forgot to mention in the buy one get one free that I got the Conceal and Hydrate foundation, which I'm wearing today, and the Conceal and Hydrate concealer, which I'm doing a full wear and test review on these foundation and concealer today. But this has been on since, well, I finished filming the video at 1, but I swear I put the foundation on about 12, half 12, and it's now past 4 and it's doing really good. But I am going to do a check-in, and stay tuned for that video because I love, well, yeah, you can tell I love this foundation and concealer already. Then I bought this e.l.f. lip lacquer in Mauve Glitz. I have worn this so many times, and it's just a pale gloss with some shimmer in it. Then I bought this Lash and Brow Clear Gel, and I absolutely love this. I was running out of my MUA one and needed a backup, so I bought this. I use both sides, they both work just as good. I feel like the mascara side works even better, but I've got that on my eyebrows with a bit of pomade today, and it's so cheap. These were like £4 or £5. I really recommend these. And lastly, we've got these e.l.f. Seriously Satin lipsticks. I've done a full video on these. I've used these in several videos, but I will swatch my favourite colour, which is Cider. This one I've used non-stop. I'm surprised there's still any of it left. I love this with like a dark brown lip liner. They're so creamy. They're so affordable. They're £3. I can't believe they're only £3, but yeah, I would recommend these little guys for anybody. If you want a few colours, go for these. These are amazing. The packaging is a little bit cheap, but not too cheap that it'll break. But if you want to see my full review on these, I have a video swatching all of these on my lips and giving you a full review. I've already done that, and I absolutely love these. If you guys have enjoyed this video, because that was the end of it, please give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you soon because I've got a lot of testing videos to come out of these. I always say this when I buy a lot of makeup, but I can't wait to play with that Stacy palette. I think I'm most excited for that over everything. But yeah, I will see you soon, guys. Bye.